Lufthansa suspending flights to and from China.
That's right. And the way we think it unfolded was there was a Lufthansa flight into China during which a passenger fell ill. He began coughing. Upon landing, Chinese medical authorities immediately boarded, controlled, tested the passengers in the front three rows, the three rows behind him, all of the crew. And then we learned later in the day that Lufthansa was canceling flights, and that same airplane is in the air now and will be landing in Frankfurt a little around 8:30 local time, and it's not quite sure whether or not the crew will be quarantined, but Germans who are coming back from Wuhan aboard a German military plane will be quarantined in Frankfurt Airport for 2 weeks, which is a transport hub, and Lufthansa is suspending all flights until at least February 9th, until the situation gets a little bit clearer.
Now, Germany was where on Tuesday we learned of one of Europe's first cases of human-to-human transmission happening outside of China.
That's right. It was interesting because it wasn't within a sort of family unit, but when you understand the conditions of what happened, a Chinese woman came to a German auto supply manufacturer for a seminar. It has around 1,000 employees. One man fell ill, and then we learned today that 3 other employees who had contact with her had ill. They are all hospitalized now with mild symptoms, we're told. The company, which makes parts that are sent to China or built in China to make cars in China, has shut down until Sunday, and it has told its employees to not travel at all as a security measure. But I think, the German health minister is warning people to be vigilant, to be aware of the situation, but to have an idea of the scale and to not panic. He said that the genome of the virus has been published on Twitter, I'm quoting him, and that the authorities in Berlin have developed the first test to find out whether or not you have it. So I think they're proceeding with caution and care, but also very careful to not so panic here in Germany.
Not to panic, have you gauged the level of anxiety, if you will, where you are?
I don't think, you hear about these sort of little phenomena where somebody's wearing just wearing a face mask seems to be causing people some panic, particularly, in certain parts of the city. I think people are being wary, particularly people who already have a pulmonary situation. I can't say there's widespread panic. It is front page news. Now that you have Lufthansa all of a sudden involved and you have the health minister involved, I think we're going to see a lot more headlines tomorrow. And those 4 people who were hospitalized in Munich who had been working at that auto factory, their situation will be followed, of course, very closely. Were it, unfortunately, to take a turn for the worse, and I think that the panic levels would go up considerably.
Nick Spicer reporting live from Berlin. Many thanks for that